I'm Reen Wilcoxon, founder of Embroidery Garden, and I'd like to introduce you to my new hoop and press pads. Hoop and press pads are nice thick pads with a non-slip surface on the back side so that they stay in place while you're working with them. Hoop and press pads are an invaluable tool to aid you while you are stitching in the hoop projects and much more. Let me show you how they work. So while you're stitching and in the hoop design, many times you have to work on the back side of the hoop. Take the appropriate size pad for the project you're working on that fits your hoop and place your hoop upside down on top of the pad. You now have a nice firm surface that you can work with. A lot of times on in the hoop designs, you need to fold fabrics over, and at this time it's a great idea to give these fabrics a press. Pressing the fabrics creates a nice crisp seam and allows your fabrics to lay beautifully. At other times, you may need to place fabrics on the back side of the hoop and tape them in place. With the support of the hoop and press pad, you're able to apply pressure on your tape so that you can have it adhere well to hold those fabrics on. Another use while you're working on in the hoop designs is at times you need to do some trimming. The hoop and press pad gives you support again so that you can trim and not disturb your stabilizer. Another great use for the hoop and press pads is when you're working with appliques. I like to press my applique from the back side. First, I place my applique into the placement line, and I may take a tiny iron and tack it in place so it won't fall off as I turn my hoop upside down on top of the hoop and press pad. At this point, you could take your iron and press your fabric into place. What this does, pressing from the back side, is it allows the fusible that you're using to adhere well to your base fabric. This creates a beautiful applique. Another use is that sometimes we all have to remove stitches. We make mistakes and we have to take those stitches out, and the best way to remove stitches is to do it from the back side. This way you won't harm your fabric that you've stitched on, or you won't harm the garment that you've stitched on. Grab your favorite tool, work from the back side. You have the support of the pad so that you are able to work and not disturb the stabilizer. And then turn your hoop over, and you could take your nail or a tool and start to remove those stitches. Another great use for the pad is just to keep one by your machine, your sewing machine or your embroidery machine, while you're piecing blocks or maybe doing in the hoop blocks. And you can just use it as a small little pressing pad. Just fold your fabric over when you need to, give it a quick press, and this way you don't have to get up and go over to your ironing station. So I've showed you some great ways that you can use my new hoop and press pads. You can get hoop and press pads at embroiderygarden.com, dzgns.com, or you may be able to find them at your local dealer.